Currently, web3 teams rely mainly on a handful of external security professionals to discover the majority of the issues in their code base. They do employ some security checks while they are developing and testing their code base, but for the majority of the critical vulnerabilities that may result in financial losses, they do rely on a handful of individuals to discover those bugs. An inherent problem is in an industry that champions trustlessness, we do trust a handful of individuals to find security bugs. And that can be problematic in many ways. First of all, the quality of work performed by these professionals is very tightly correlated to whether they're going to be like a very critical vulnerability deployed once somebody goes and deploys their protocol, but also makes very expensive to kind of like fix and patch these vulnerabilities right before deployment, which also introduces the risk of introducing even more. We think that development teams need to regain ownership of their security. Since they are the ones that know their code base the best, they should be the one that they need to define what security checks need to happen and when, and these security checks need to happen during the development process, so as vulnerabilities arise, they can be fixed during development and therefore have a more secure by construction code base that then can be reviewed by security professionals for further validation of any additional checks or any missed bugs during development. AuditHub can help development teams essentially employ this new way of testing the code base and incorporating security checks. AuditHub lets development teams, via its tool, define what type of security checks they want to run and when they want to run. And whenever that any of these triggers defined by the development teams occurs, AuditHub will clone the database at its current state, check for any vulnerabilities with the tools, and if any of these vulnerabilities happen, it will notify the development team. And we believe this is a very tightly integrated workflow that helps development teams catch bugs way earlier and secure their code base during development.